Hi, Sheila here. Today I was thinking how nice it is to have space around us in this warm weather, and kind of the relationship between us as human beings and the space around us, and how it can be a point of anchoring awareness, of noticing. So I'm going to use that a little bit in our guided meditation today around the body. So find a comfortable seat, meaning you can have your spine upright and relaxed in the rest of the body. A place that is comfortable in temperature in your home, where you won't be disturbed for a while. And then settle in by closing or lowering your eyes. And as you make that adjustment, just start to notice what it feels like to begin to gather awareness and direct it more inwards. And if you're comfortable using the breath, then allow the breath to help you again find that seat of alertness. Letting the breath lengthen and widen a little bit. Just going slowly at first. It really is a gathering of attention. So it comes about kind of slowly. I like to think of maybe gathering puppies together or sheep. They don't all run at once. It's slowly they come into the corral or the house or the yard. Little bits at a time, our awareness gathers, and the breath can help with that. And it's good to begin by being aware that this is a process when we first sit. The awareness lands here slowly, bit by bit. And the breath can help us release any busyness in the mind. Help us to become more present in the body as we notice where the breath presses against the body, creating some sensation. Breath in and breath out. Becoming a little smoother with each inhalation, each exhalation. Really a process. And then letting go of any rhythm to the breath, just coming into your natural pace, letting things settle just a little bit more. And letting that gathered awareness land on the space between your eyebrows, center of the forehead. And as you notice that space, see if you can just relax and release into that noticing. So kind of smoothing away any expression from the brow, just by noticing this space. Often a place where we furrow our eyebrows and hold some tension. Noticing space between your upper lip and the tip of your nose. And of course, the sensation of breath into that space or onto that space. How the inhale feels differently from the exhale, just on the space of the upper lip. Create some space between your upper and lower jaw. So maybe letting the lips part slightly, relaxing the tongue in your mouth, letting it fall to the lower palate. Observing sensations as you notice and release, coming into presence through these sensations. Noticing the space between your earlobes and the tops of your shoulders. So encouraging a little more space in the back of the neck. And maybe the space between the shoulder blades. Actually, that space decreases a little bit as we sit upright. So the shoulder blades kind of draw together, and the front of the chest gets a little more spacious, better able to receive the breath. And perhaps there really isn't any space between your arms and your torso, but you might notice a point of contact. Point of contact between your seat, your thighs, and where your hands have come to rest. As well, the point of contact between your seat and the chair or cushion. Not a lot of space, but points of contact. Sensation that anchors awareness as we observe. If the soles of your feet are on the floor, then just notice that contact without wiggling toes or moving your feet. There's some sensation, some aliveness between the soles of your feet and what they are resting on. And if your legs are crossed, then the outsides of your thighs or legs where your ankles are crossed. And then pulling awareness back even further, noticing the space around your body, the airflow. The sensation of sitting still. And then maybe noticing the space around our thoughts. Is there any? Perhaps they're all jumbled together, coming and going so quickly. And just by noticing that the mind is engaged in that way, we can allow some space in which we can make kind of a U-turn back towards sensation in the body. Breath flowing naturally in and out. The changing nature of sounds around us. Observing without any preference for things to be one way or the other. So not inviting any particular experience, not choosing one over the other. Thoughts arise. We notice. We come back through sensation or breath. We come back by observing intentionally what is going on in the body. Subtle sensations, feel of the breath. Thinking about thoughts having space around them just gives them a chance to lighten up a little bit, get a little less sticky, more willing to recede as we redirect, as we refocus and re-engage with something that we can observe in this and then the next moment. Knowing that these sensations in the body are always unfolding and are always available for us to anchor, to become aware of during our day. What is it feeling like now? Not whether I like it or not, but what is it feeling like? Where is it feeling? What can I notice? It really brings us back into this moment. So in this moment, we'll connect our awareness to the sound of the singing bowl and allow 3 gongs to capture our awareness for a little bit. So use those moments of opening your eyes as a chance to keep your awareness focused. What does it feel like to open your eyes slowly, look around, take a breath. So the space around our breath allows the thoughts to be there because it is the true nature of our mind for the most part. And within that space, we have a chance to be more responsive as opposed to reactive. And from responsiveness, perhaps more skillful choices arise. All in that space, that pause that we can create at any time. So I want to remind us that these practices are for getting our mind accustomed to finding the space and finding the path back while we're out and about in our days. So we can use these practices anytime we feel that things are closing in on us and we could use more space, but maybe there isn't any to take hold of in our physical world, so we can create the space inside, not by closing thoughts down, but by giving them more space, kind of watering them down a bit. And then in that space, the more space you have, the wider your U-turn can be, and you can come back to what we know is really always unfolding, which is some sensation in the body, some response to the breath. and some sounds that are around us all the time. So stay cool, stay well, practice what we practice, we get better at, and I'll see you all probably next week.